Hello, my name is Shannon Loftus. I'm a VisCom photography major here at Cecil College. I took my first photography class when I was a junior in high school. My senior year, I came to the college for the VisCom trip. After attending the VisCom trip, I decided I wanted to attend Cecil College for photography. I've taken every studio class offered at Cecil College. I've also taken digital imaging 1 through 4 and photojournalism. When I first started to gain an interest in photography, I really focused a lot on nature and landscape photography. Then I took my first studio class and it completely changed what I wanted to do. My photography became less focused on landscape and nature and more focused on portrait, product, and fashion photography. Since I really enjoyed studio photography, it helped me to figure out what I wanted to do in the future with my work. One of my favorite things about studio is how many different lighting setups you can use. Also, the lighting you use can make the mood of the photo. Another thing I enjoy about photography is editing the photos in Photoshop. My portfolio consists mostly of dark fashion and portrait photography. Most of my work was inspired by fashion photography. I also get inspiration from avant-garde fashion. Usually I don't get an idea for a shoot until a few days before. I get inspiration for my photography from looking at objects. For example, interesting looking masks give me ideas for a lot of my photography in my portfolio. I always try to make my photos look different and interesting because it makes the photo more appealing to look at. My work mostly consists of darker photos with cooler tones and soft lighting. So I usually use a beauty dish in the studio with a strobe and an umbrella behind the model. I also use black backdrops a lot because it helps me achieve the look I want. I focus a lot on post-processing my work. I like to make my models look like they have flawless skin, so I fix all blemishes or color spots on their faces. I also adjust the tones and brightness in the photos to make the photo darker and have more cool tones to it. A lot of my time outside of college is spent watching YouTube tutorials in Photoshop so I can learn new things that can help enhance my photography. I also have my models wear masks because I think it makes the photo more interesting to look at, and it adds a mysterious effect to the image. The mask also helped to make my work more cohesive. When I first started building my portfolio, it had a bit of everything in it. My portfolio had product, landscape, fashion, and portrait photos in it. The portfolio needed to be more cohesive, so I decided not to add any new photos that wouldn't flow with the portfolio. Throughout the portfolio class this semester, I began to add new images that mainly focused on darker portraits. Another thing I did to make it more cohesive was, in a lot of my photos the models are wearing masks. Since the models are wearing masks, it makes my work flow better because they seem like a set. There were also a few product shots, but since I made them have similar lighting and even incorporated a mask in a few of them, they nicely flowed with my portfolio. My studio classes really helped me to figure out what I want to do with my photography. Before the studio classes, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I just really enjoyed taking pictures. The classes really helped me to improve a lot in the past 2 years. I have 3 people to thank for teaching me so many great things. Firstly, I have Adam Giacono to thank for getting me started with my very first photography class that I took at Cecil College. He really helped me to get a better understanding of cameras and how they work. He also helped me throughout my portfolio class to better my work and prepare me for the future. Secondly, I have Jenny Campbell to thank for helping me in my very first studio class. She started me off and taught me a lot about studio lighting and tips for Photoshop. Finally, I have Floydine to thank for teaching me even more about studio and photography. Everything they taught me really helped me to get me to where I am now. I've seen a huge improvement in my photography in the past 2 years thanks to them. After I graduate, I hope to find an internship with a photographer or business, and I want to build connections through them. After I get experience with professional photography, I hope that one day I'll be able to have my own photography business taking fashion, product, or portrait photos for magazines. Finally, I'd like to thank my parents for always supporting me and helping me to achieve my dream of becoming a professional photographer. Without their love and support, I wouldn't be where I am today. Thank you.